Okay, so here's the story. One time in New York, I was having a lot of stomach issues, wasn't feeling great. I was going to the Walgreens, which was like a 5-minute walk from my house, to pick up some meds for it. And I was waiting in line at the Walgreens. The line was kind of long. And then all of a sudden, I start feeling like I was about to shit. And it was feeling urgent. And I was like, I'm not going to be able to wait for my medicine. I need to go home immediately. And so I start walking home. Again, only a 5-minute walk home. And then I feel a contraction that I can't control. And a turd comes out onto the sidewalk. I was wearing a thong for context. And first reaction was just to pick it up off of the sidewalk. Because I didn't want to litter. I don't know. I felt bad just leaving that there. And then I felt bad throwing it into a trash can or anything. Because I was like, I don't want to make this someone else's problem. And so I walked the rest of the way home 2 more minutes with this in my hand. I get to the apartment complex. I'm on the 9th floor. I'm praying that no one gets in the elevator with me. And I go up, I get to my apartment, and I just throw it in the toilet. But that is the story of how I walked several New York City blocks with my own turd in my hand.
Wing, 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 wing. Wing, 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 wing.
Hello? This is Enley?
This is Steven.
And we're,
we are
winging it?
We
are winging it.
And we're
winging it.
I'm just out.
Do you prefer to be out rather than in your apartment?
Yes.
And just chill? Really?
Yeah.
Do you feel trapped in you? Is it the New York in you?
I think the things that I enjoy doing in my apartment, I enjoy reading, I enjoy playing music, I enjoy watching sports. But if one of those things is not, if I'm not feeling up to one of those things, then I'm not having fun by myself in my apartment.
Wait, sorry, I didn't hear you when you said when Chris got back.
Monday.
Okay. And he had an internship?
Yeah, he was working for a law firm this summer in New York. Late May through end of July.
How's long distance?
Really bad.
Have you...
I mean, we're fine. But I hate long distance.
What are your overall opinions on lawyers? They're kind of slimy.
Yeah, I feel like that's the general opinion of them, and I think that is correct about a lot of them. I think a lot of lawyers, they decide to become lawyers either because they really like to argue or they saw a lawyer being played on TV and they're like, that seems cool. That person has everyone's attention and
which is slimy.
Yeah, and is trying to persuade people and is a know-it-all essentially. And so it's it does attract know-it-alls. But I think not exclusively. Any
not me.
I hope not.
Why you? Why did you decide to become a lawyer? I mean, you wanted to do law since the beginning, right?
So I went into college wanting to be an economist.
Okay.
I met some econ PhDs and I was they spend way too much time alone with their computers. And as I said about being alone in my apartment, I like going down a research rabbit hole sometimes. The amount of alone time being an economist seemed like it was going to be. And so then I was maybe I'll be a sociologist. And then I took a class called Gender in the Law with Sarah Kalina, shout out. And I really liked that class. And I did an internship with a legal services organization in DC. And I really liked that experience. I just did intakes for housing. And I said, these people seem like they make a good amount of money, but they do impactful work. And so that was, my senior year of college. I was this is what I want to do. So I work in the welfare law unit at Greater Boston Legal Services.
Okay. Yeah, you try to like take away people's welfare. Right?
Chris is always like, if I ever get people money, Chris is like, oh, so did you get your cut of it? And I'm like, we're a nonprofit, babe. That's not how this works. So I work primarily with SNAP food stamps program and also cash assistance programs in Massachusetts and also childcare, helping people with those programs. So I fight the state.
Did you ever do like soul-sucking lawyer work?
It's not like that exciting, but basically there is a client who the firm had decided to take on because he knew someone at the firm who worked there, who was high up, who was accused of looking at inappropriate pictures at work. And I had to print those inappropriate pictures. This was COVID. I had to print the inappropriate pictures in my apartment because I was in charge of all the mailing for the firm.
Oh.
In your apartment is crazy. That should not be allowed.
Yeah. They moved the printer to my apartment during COVID so I could like still do all the mail for everyone.
So you're a lawyer and Chris is about to be a lawyer.
Yeah.
You think it's nice having that in relation?
Sometimes it's nice.
Does he try to debate with you a lot?
Not. He's
or both of you try to debate
yeah,
with each other?
I'm pretty conflict averse and I don't really love like a debate. I like to think about things and talk about things, but not in a way of like, I'm going to make this assertion and see what your reaction is just to like figure it out. Like, I think some people, that's their way of figuring out what they think about things. And I'm not
biggest
like,
pet peeve.
I'm not like that. Chris is a little bit more into debating. And I like that because he brings up topics that I like to think about, but I don't like to engage with them in that way necessarily.
What was your reaction when he got into Harvard Law?
I was really happy for him. So it had just been a long journey of like him deciding that that was what he wanted to do. And then he like studied really hard for that. Like I'd seen him throughout the whole process and putting a lot of effort into the process. And so I think that was really exciting to see it pay off like that.
What do you admire about him? Is that something that caught your eye when you started dating?
That he's a very hard worker?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think he's really funny. His humor was definitely probably what, I mean, other than his looks. He was very, very funny. I like to laugh a lot and I like to have a good time. So yeah, humor. And then I could tell he was really smart and thoughtful. I was like, you're smarter than me. And I like that.
What do you think he admired about you?
He appreciated that I laughed at his jokes. But I think he thought I was caring. Also was thoughtful, but in a way of like, I was very curious. Like I wanted to hear people's stories or like what he thought about things and wanted to learn more about the world.
You also seem very hardworking as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, she did get into NYU law, which is not
yeah,
easy.
Exactly. Do you think you both align on a work to live mindset, or maybe it might be different right now?
I am definitely, that's like, I'm only working so I can have my fun time. That's definitely my philosophy of life. Although I'm like, I spend enough time at work that I want my work to feel meaningful, which I think I have a really good balance of right now. I think he is willing to work longer hours than I'm willing to work.
Can we talk about your parents? When did they divorce?
They separated my freshman year of college.
Okay.
Oh, that's nice of them to wait.
It wasn't that surprising, but it went poorly.
Do you think it brought you and your sister closer?
We didn't always see like eye to eye on how to handle every situation. But I think overall, definitely yes. I feel like we always joke like, thank God we had each other.
Oh, yeah.
Because that would have been such a hard situation to go through by yourself.
What's the age difference?
She's 30. She's 2 years older than me.
Do you want to tell Steven
Yeah, what's the secret?
what you told me?
So, you know, I had cancer in high school.
Yeah.
I had a doctor at that time. My mom and that doctor are now together.
That can't be ethical. Who made the move? Do you know?
I think he pursued her more. For context, they work at the same hospital. And so they ran into each other.
Oh.
At the
your
hospital.
Mom works at hospital.
Yes.
What does your mom do?
She's a nurse practitioner in infectious disease.
Okay. It's more of an inappropriate work relationship. What cancer did you have?
Hodgkin's lymphoma.
And what is Hodgkin's lymphoma?
So I had a really big lymph node, which is how we found it. And I have a scar on my neck, but it's hidden into my neck flap.
Okay.
They did a lymph node biopsy, and that's how they figured it out.
What was your process of finding a bumper.
Yeah, so I played lacrosse in high school, and I had some like trouble breathing. Like I would sprint and then I would like cough afterwards, and because some of the disease was in my lungs. I didn't know that at the time. I had felt a really prolonged cold, I guess, and then the lymph node was what really was concerning. Basically, I went to my PCP. They did like a asthma test because I was having all these coughing symptoms, and they gave me an inhaler. I remember like doing it and I looked at my mom and I was like, I can finally breathe again. Like I can breathe normally again after whatever like steroid they gave me. So they were like, okay, we're going to give you an inhaler. And then they said, just in case, we're going to do a scan. So I went to an imaging center and did a CT scan. And then basically the CT scan was totally abnormal. I got pulled into just a ton of testing and was inpatient at the hospital for a while. They didn't know what I had. At one point, they're like, just in case you have TB or something, you like, everyone has to wear these like masks around you. I was like in a sanctioned off room essentially,
like quarantine.
because they didn't know what was wrong with me. I remember my doctor like took off the thing and was like, you don't have TB, like you have cancer. No, that's not how he said it. That's not how he said it. But he was like, you don't have TB. I'm just going to like talk to you. And then I got, I think, 6 rounds of chemo. And then I didn't get any radiation, which is really helpful for my long term.
What was the span of this? Like
Spring of my sophomore year of high school was my diagnosis. I took finals like at the hospital, take home finals at the hospital.
they made you do finals?
Yeah.
Gotta pass. Imagine getting cancer and getting held back.
Oh my god.
I had treatment all summer. I went to band camp. I didn't feel 100%, but I wanted, like, during this whole process, I was just like, I want to feel normal. I got treatment maybe the beginning of the school year of my junior year of high school, and then I was done. And then it was just scans.
What do you remember most about the experience in terms of your family or friends, peers?
Oh, there's so much. When we told my sister, it was really sad. And you just feel bad because you feel kind of responsible for making everyone else around you feel upset.
Yeah.
And then I remember I had really bad anxiety about it coming back. And so it was some of the worst. I've had a few rounds of bad mental health in my life, but that was definitely that was probably the first time that it was really bad. The community was supportive, but different people want different things, and I was not someone who wanted certain things that like people would do because they thought it was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
But one thing, my neighbors were very nice, and they would put like little angels on my front doorstep, like an angel necklace, an angel sculpture, an angel, and I did not like it, and my mom basically had to tell the person who she thought was coordinating it to stop. I was like, this feels like I'm gonna die, you know?
Yeah.
It was like their way of showing that they were praying for me, which I appreciate. One of my favorite cancer gifts was something called a damn it doll, and literally it says, when you're mad, it has a nice poem on it. It's like, when you're mad, like throw this against the wall and yell, damn it, damn it, damn it.
Do you still have it, or is it too far damaged?
It was sturdy, I will say. It's definitely in my like cancer box at my mom's house, which is just like tucked away somewhere. Yeah.
Wait, what stage of cancer was it?
Stage 4.
Okay.
What was your survival rate?
Pretty high still, above 90. There's a question about whether I would need radiation at one point, and basically my doctor advised me not to, and advised my parents not to because of the long-term side effects that can come from that. And I feel extremely lucky that I feel extremely lucky that I'm still here, obviously, but also that like I don't have those added risks.
What's your most asked question
about cancer? Oh,
are you just tired
something
of
like
some?
No, I feel like people don't usually ask me about it. I think people don't want to hurt my feelings. In the moment, I was like, I just want to be a normal kid, and I don't want this to define me, and I don't want this to be important at all to my life. People are like, what's one thing that has super changed you having gone through cancer treatment? And it's like, I'm more scared of death. I really don't think it changed my personality that much. It didn't totally shift my course of life or anything, but I do think that it's good to talk about hard things sometimes. Y'all could tell I got emotional talking about how hard it was to put my family and friends through that. There's something good in that. Not just like being vulnerable with people that you're friends with, but also, and sometimes it is good to not just like stuff that in a box and let it rock.
That experience helped develop like the reason why you're more conflict averse today, or was that always kind of part of who you were?
I think the way that conflict was handled in my household was not good. I think that's why I'm conflict averse. I was cognizant of how people would react to things, and I want them to have a good reaction.
Yeah.
And I think that definitely was part of, like, I'm telling you horrible news. I'm in tune with how my family feels. I know what everyone's reaction to this news is going to be. Yeah, I think it was hard to be like, I know how people are going to feel about this, and it's going to be horrible, and these are people I love.
Yeah.
What's something that you really wanted to happen in high school, and then maybe where are you at now?
Oh, something I wanted in high school and then something now. Okay. In high school, I was boy obsessed
Oh, really?
to like an extreme level.
Like you had a lot of crushes, had a lot of boyfriends.
Not boy.
Zero boyfriends.
I had one boyfriend. But I had a lot of crushes before I ever had a boyfriend, and I was like really obsessed with boys, which is bad, but also I was a child. And so I definitely wanted to like kiss a boy and have that experience, which I did.
Yeah.
Junior year. Again, like boy obsessed. There's no other way to put it. And that's like pretty embarrassing.
Do you have an embarrassing
I don't
story?
think I mean, I know I'm boy obsessed, so maybe I'm biased, but I don't think it's embarrassing.
Emily's like, it's normal. You're good, girl. I would write birthday cards to boys that I had crushes on, and so I would give birthday cards to people.
Oh, but like you were.
Wait, you would hand them?
I would hand
Oh my
them.
god! And would they know like before?
Yeah. We usually I would do a lot of texting. I was texting a lot of
Oh,
people.
okay.
Okay.
You got to that phase at least. I didn't even get to
Yeah.
that phase.
Oh my god.
But then I was also bad because people would ask me out, and then I would get nervous and say no, even though I would lead people on in a bad way.
Oh, so you.
She's a heartbreaker.
You would text.
That's
someone.
only happened like twice. Oh, and then I didn't finish answering the question. I want to have children.
Okay.
That's my now goal before I die.
You mentioned you're having a lot of health anxiety. Like, I'm sure COVID didn't help.
Yeah, there's been points in my life where it's gotten a lot worse. And it's a lot of alone time also exacerbates it, which is part of the reason why I don't love being alone. COVID, definitely at the beginning, I was really scared, partially because I had, like, the cancer was, like, in my lungs, so affected breathing. And so at the beginning, it's like, this affects people's breathing. Is it going to affect me worse than other people if I get it? But I was, like, hyper, like, worried about it. But then I've had, like, bouts of, like, health anxiety in different periods. Just, like, if any, like, part of your body is acting weird, it's, like, you can, like, kind of hyper fixate on it.
What about your wrist right now?
It's definitely... The concussion is worse than the wrist. Like, the wrist is, like, well, that's just a bone that's broken. But the concussion, I think it's definitely, like... Because it's your brain, you know, and it's how you feel. I think it's, like... It also causes irritability and anxiety if you're predisposed to that. So I think that's been annoying.
Would you say you're the life of the party?
No.
No?
Well, does the party have dancing? Then I'm involved in the party. If the party is dancing, I'm involved. If the party is not dancing, then
I think you're
I'm involved.
Key component of the party.
At least last retreat, I feel like you were key.
Yeah, Claire's great.
Where did your idea of, okay, I need 4 secrets at the end of the night come from? I'm jealous. I'm jealous
Honest-
you came up with that idea.
Genius.
It was actually so good because I love hearing people's information.
Yeah,
so
of course.
it was
Who doesn't?
totally self-serving. It was
Wait, you made that up? I
Yeah.
thought like someone tasked you with it.
no.
Wait, that's hilarious.
We were on in the car ride on the way there. It was me, Tom, Pross, Sparky, and I was like, "What's everyone's goals for the party?" Just as a, because people we talk about goals because we're a frisbee team, and I was like, I'm gonna get 3 secrets. And then I just decided that it evolved somehow to be the 4th I would have to tell everyone. And then I was like, well, I kind of want to keep hearing secrets. So then I just was like, well, every 4.
It was so absurd and specific that I thought it was one of the tasks that you got.
Yeah, on my back.
Yeah, and like looking back at it, like anything stupid someone did, I was just like, that's gotta be a task. It must be a task.
Must be a task. Someone's like licking something off the floor. Must be a task.
Yeah.
Okay. So we had a conversation once about accepting things about yourself that just aren't going to change.
Oh, okay.
And you said it was freeing.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's more of that's the positive outlook of it. And like potentially, not to make it black and white, but there's like good traits that you accept about yourself and aren't going to change. And then there's bad. Do you mainly think about the good traits that aren't going to change?
When we were having that conversation, I was definitely talking about the bad things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Once I get something in my head, it's really hard to change my mind or like to deviate from a plan. I really like a plan.
Okay.
When it comes to certain things. And so like if Chris was like, I think I'm gonna come back to Boston on Monday, and he told me this last week, and he's like, but I haven't gotten the rental car yet, so like don't get it in your head.
Okay.
Like that kind of thing, you know? Because then I was like, oh, I'm gonna be so disappointed if that doesn't work out the way that I wanted it to.
Okay.
Yeah.
But do you think you're adaptable? That's like something different, or?
I can adapt. I think I'm not going to have like a good reaction maybe if like things aren't going to plan. Sometimes I can, prefrontal cortex, like I know that my reaction to this is more than it needs to be and like let me draw it back. But I think that's always going to be like my gut reaction. So I've accepted that about myself. But yeah, there's just like certain, I'm still like, those are kind of like stubborn personality traits, and I like know that about myself.
Not
I
really.
cry a lot. That's another thing. I've accepted that.
That was one of my questions.
Do I cry a lot?
But you've already answered it throughout the, yeah.
By
said-
almost crying in front of you? It's cathartic.
Yeah, it's so
Wait, how often?
nice.
Once a week?
It's like more in spurts. I like with my arm a decent bit. I've cried at so many doctor's appointments, which is the worst because you're like, you can feel it coming. I'm like, they're gonna ask me a question and I'm just gonna start crying, and I know it's gonna happen.
And the doctor don't care.
They don't care, but it's like
Yeah.
I'm like preemptively embarrassed.
Did
about
they say
this.
anything?
The funniest response, usually they give you tissues. The funniest response I got was, why the happy tears? He was a jokester. No.
That's
And
pretty funny.
and-
Do you
That's
like
pretty
it? Do you
good.
like when people joke in those moments? I don't know.
I thought this guy was kind of funny, so
Okay.
I allowed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That wouldn't fly if your cancer doctor said that.
absolutely not.
Oh my god. I mean, making a person feel better is a hard task.
Yeah.
Do you prefer your spelling of Claire?
Yes.
Why? Because it's your name?
Because it's my name.
So you already answered that you want kids. And if you have them with Chris, are you going to name them all with names starting with C?
No.
You know, families do that.
Only one.
Who do you think you're most like on Darkwing?
That's really hard because there's like aspects of different people. I feel like you and I are very similar in that
Oh.
we're curious about people. But I don't know if you're the most similar to me. I feel like I might be similar to Steven.
Whoa.
Let's go.
Can I tell you who I thought you were going to say?
Who?
Maggie. Yeah.
I'm
You were
like
thinking
Maggie in a
that
lot
too.
of ways. I was thinking about saying her, but she likes alone time. And I
Oh,
think that is
true.
one thing that we're too far apart on that. But I think in social situations, me and Maggie are similar.
Who's your biggest riser? As Steven
This
asked.
season? Oh.
Sorry.
You looked
I'm
at
just,
me and said
I'm
that.
just
I thought you were
repeating
talking
your
to me.
question.
Okay.
Oh, this season. I will say, because I didn't know her prior and because we've been sideline buddies, me and Isabel.
Aw. I really think that riser shouldn't mean they started at like in a positive and then rose up to more positive. I think it should be a negative to a positive.
Well, that was last year. Mine was
That could be.
DP.
It could
Last
be.
year, mine was
Oh,
DP, and
okay.
Yeah.
it was negative to
It's,
positive.
it's easier to be the biggest riser if it's negative first. But I think this is
Okay.
a case where I think this is the PC answer.
I think mine is Nilos.
I told Claire she's the biggest riser of last year,
Oh.
but that was last year.
I can be 2 in a row. You can say it. Don't be shy.
That'd be really hard, to be honest, because I think you became one of my favorite people on the team. So then you'd have to somehow just like
Aw.
you have to become my wife, basically.
I just got proposed to, Alicia.
You've been promoted. What personalities do you not get along with?
People who are like very, very full of themselves, or people who put on a face.
Okay, what's this thing outside the room that you want to talk about?
I think I know what this is.
I really wanted Claire to play
Oh.
a
Sing a
jingle
song.
for us.
Oh, right. Okay.
Oh wait, okay. This is about finally feeling comfortable in Boston, feeling like I had like
Oh,
made it.
do you need help holding the pages?
Welcome to Boston. Yeah, I've been waiting for you.
I'm gonna have to do only left hand.
Oh,
wait, that's you can't
even play.
Okay. This is just the chorus. Okay. And didn't I tell you it would take some time? But you're a person that people like to be around. You can be your own light, fortune a path, go at your own pace. It ain't easy taking up new space.
That was so good.
That's actually so good.
That was really good. And that was the
Only
first time
one.
I've heard you sing, I think.
Yeah, only the bass line too. Like only the left hand.
Yeah. It's tough with only one hand.
No warm up.
And then there's I'll read one of the
Yeah, what are the best lyrics?
yeah. Let's see.
The best bangers.
Okay. So this is the part of like not knowing where you are. So biking the wrong way down one-way streets, not knowing where to go for something good to eat, no mental map that you can see, no places holding fond memories. So that's and then blah 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 sad and then it and then it turns happy till one day you're on a couch laughing, playing card games with people who need no convincing, sharing pieces of you but it doesn't feel like acting, going for ice cream as the sun's slowly sinking. That's actually about your apartment.
Aww,
Oh
my
that's so
God.
cute.
You're on a
Shout out
couch.
mamas.
Do you want to do a sign off? You can improv.
We're winging it. We're winging it with Steven and Emily.
And Claire.
Okay, bye bye.
That's good. That's good.